Ho, ho, ho. Look what we're making today. Your own wreath. And I have to tell you, you're gonna have to use some extra patience today because a little bit of this, you got a lot of these rolls to make right here, and you might need some help. So I bet you know who to ask, right? Some grown up in your house, or maybe a big sister or a big brother. So here's what we're making. I'm gonna change the camera so you can see. Can you see? So what you get in your kit this week, you get a plate. You get a lot of these little red circles. You get some short green, because that's what we're gonna make our tubes with. And you have the material to make your bow. So how do we get going here? We get out our piece of paper that we can work on, and the only thing you need at home this week is glue stick and patience. So here's what I want you to do. You only open up your glue stick, and we're gonna just run some glue on one end of the short green, and we're gonna wrap it around, and we're gonna make a tube. So we wrapped it around, we hold it for a second, rub it, rub it, rub it, so your glue gets into both pieces of paper, and set it aside. Let's do a couple more. So we're gonna run some glue across one end, the short end, gonna wrap it around, and rub it between our fingers, and put it aside. Let's do it one more time so you can see the short end, not the long end, but the short end. Just put a bunch of glue there, wrap it around, and hold it just for a little bit, just so. So you had a bunch. Now I've already gone ahead so you didn't have to watch me. You're gonna start laying them out. What I did to begin with was just go top and bottom, side and side. And then I turned it and I did the same thing. Top and bottom, side and side. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take all those extra ones we've made, because we made a lot of them, and we're gonna pick it up, put some glue just on one end, and I use it where I already have, where you have that seam where you already wrapped it around, and then I just use my thumb and I put it right between, right on the edge, right there, and I just lifted that one up because that's the way it goes sometimes. Remember when I told you we're gonna have to use some patience this time? Even I gotta use some patience. Even I have to? Wow, what kind of talk is that? So I'm gonna put one in between each one, and we're just gonna fill this in. I'm gonna press it so I know it's gonna stick. We don't wanna put all this work into making our project to have it come undone, right? And I'm just gonna work my way around. See how I got my thumb right inside that? I'm pressing it right into the edge. And I turn it, pick up another one, put some glue just on that end because we don't need it all over the whole thing. Squeeze it in here. Ooh, I'm using all my muscles. I'm showing that paper who's boss. And another one. I think you have 16 of these to put in. 16? How did we get that high? Can you count that high? Bet you can. I sure miss seeing you. I'd rather be doing this with you, like sitting at the big table that we have downstairs after we've done some stories. I can't wait to see you again. I'm pressing that right in. And here comes another one, maybe our last one. Put the glue on the end, just on the end. Find the edge of the plate, put my thumb, whoops, I just knocked one off. And that's gonna happen because this is a little tricky. Remember when I told you we had to use patience? We all have to use some patience today with this craft, but I think you're gonna be really happy with how it comes out. All right, so you should have something that looks like this. I'm gonna set that aside. You know, one thing I forgot to tell you, I found it easier. Instead of having it so the lip is up, can you see I turned it over so the edge of it was laying flat on the table? Again, I found that easier than when it was up like this, and can you see how it's up off the table? I turned it over so it was laying flat. I found it easier to glue those pieces on like that. Maybe you will too. Okay, let's make our bow. So your pieces you need for your bow are this piece that looks like this, a big fat one, and two that have a V cut in it. So we've had so much practice making those rolls, we're gonna make another one. Put some glue just on one short end, wrap it around, close it up, press, 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 press. And while that's drying, I'm gonna get rid of these, we don't need those. We're gonna take these two V's, strips with a V cut, and we're gonna put glue just on the end. And I'm gonna find the middle, and I'm gonna put one pointing out a little bit that way, one pointing out a little bit this way. So we have something like that. I'm gonna turn it over. I'm gonna press my finger down again. I'm gonna take that roll that we made, put glue on the back, and plop it right in the middle, just like that. And I'm gonna let that dry. And I'm gonna take this piece back and all those little red circles that we made. Nope, you know what? I just changed my mind. You might find a place on yours that has kind of a bare spot like that. So what I'm gonna do is take my bow and cover that up. I'm gonna just put a bunch of glue right in the middle. Just a big gob of it, really. And I'm gonna glue it to one of those. You see how I'm putting my finger right inside there? And right inside there. Oh yeah, we ain't kidding around. There's our bow. So now we're gonna do that old method of rubbing our red circle across and putting it on and just work our way right around. We'll put I think this might be like a holly berry. Are they red? I'm not sure I said that right. I think they are. Maybe one of you can find out and tell me if I'm right or wrong. So we're gonna go all the way around. We don't have to try to get under that bow. That's why I put the bow on, so we don't have to bother with trying to put one under. Whoops, I'm trying to put two on that one. I'm gonna keep just wiping it across the glue, sticking it on, wipe and stick. There should be a song for that. Wipe and stick, wipe and stick. I sure miss singing with you guys. Look at this. I am rocking and rolling here. Are you too? Right around my whole wreath. Look, I have one more to do. Yay me. Yay me. You should cheer yourself too. Oh, look at that. Oh, look what we made. It was simple, but it did take some patience, didn't it? Making those rolls and then getting them to glue to your plate. Patience. So what do you think, friends? Ho, ho, ho. I sure miss you. I hope you have fun making it, and if you do make it, send me a picture. Send me a picture of you holding it. You know how much I love that. I miss you, friends. Mwah.